What is up guys, Random Filmmaker 1 here, and today I have a video about my custom zombies map for Black Ops 3, the Selva HQ map. So I've received a few questions from people asking how I've made the map or how people could do it themselves. And so this is just a tutorial video of some sorts on how to do it. So you're going to need a few things first. You're going to need Panda 3D, a Toontown game, either rewritten, infinite, that's still around, or offline. So you can have the face files for them. Maya, Autodesk Maya, either 2012 or 2015. I use both, but 2012 is the one I use most. So that would, if you can get 2012, that's the best one to use. You're going to need the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Maya tools, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and the mod tools for Black Ops 3, as well as GIMP, and I'm not sure if it's dependent 3D, but that too. All links will be in the description anyways. So what you're going to need to do is install Black Ops 3. When you're done with that, you're going to go to Library, click on Tools, and you're going to install the Black Ops 3 mod tools. It will be down there somewhere. I have it favorited. And that will be used for later. So what you're going to do is go to your folder with your phase files. I copied them from the game itself into a new folder. And I also have a link in the description for an extraction tool. It's just a quick batch file to extract all the phases. So once all the phases are extracted, you can see I have them here to here. And I have a different folder for it right here. So for this tutorial, I decided to use the maze from BossBot HQ. And so what you're going to do is after you install Panda 3D and Maya, you're going to open a command prompt window. And you're going to type bam to egg, which is part of Panda 3D. And then you're going to drag in the BAM file that you want. And make sure that your file is outside all the phases so the textures get applied to it. And then you're going to put a space, and then you're going to drag it in again, and you're going to delete BAM from it, and you're going to put egg. Close quotations, and then it's going to spit out an egg file. Now you're going to do egg to Maya, and either 2012 or 2015. Don't really use 2017 or 2016 for this, it's not as good. So since I'm using 2012, this will work in 2012 or any newer version. You're going to drag in the egg file, put a space, and you're going to drag it in again, and instead of egg, you're going to put MB. It's going to launch Maya to convert the file, and it should spit it out right there. There we go. So now I'm going to open Maya. If I double click on that, it's going to open 2015, which is not what I want to use. So once Maya is opened, I'm going to drag the file into it. And so here it is. I'm going to apply the textures and make it solid. And since this has the BossBot HQ castle in it for some reason, I'm going to delete that. You can delete any geometry you don't want to use. So then, since there's all this white stuff on it, you're going to go to Window, Rendering Editors, and Hypershade. You're going to find Lambert, like not this one, the one that's showing, which is the lighter one. You're going to right click on it. Come on. Okay, there you're going to hold your right mouse on it and click Frame Objects with Material. It's going to select everything that has that on it, and you're just going to click Delete. Then you're going to click Edit, Delete Unused Nodes, so anything that's not in this scene is deleted. So now we're just left with pretty much what we want. So what I'm going to do now is select everything and click Mesh, Combine. Makes it easier for exporting. And okay, I guess I have Panda 3D tools for Maya. That is not needed. That was for some other stuff. You're going to have Call of Duty tools right here. Once you're done installing it, you're going to also have to set your path to export to bin, which is going to be your Black Ops 3 directory. So set that to your root Black Ops 3 directory. Actually, my bad. You're going to set it to your bin in your Black Ops 3 directory. So you're going to go to your Steam directory. If I find that on here. Steam apps, common, Black Ops 3, bin, and you're going to find export to bin, and you're going to click open right there. It's going to set the path. So the next step here is to go to the hypershade again. I closed it. You're going to click on every single texture one by one, and when you click on it, you're going to see the name of the texture right here. So you're going to copy the name, except for the word shader, because that's not part of the file name. You're going to search for the file, and you're going to paste it in another folder or somewhere where you can easily find it. Now, some textures have alpha layers. So you're going to want to take the texture and the alpha layer for it. So as I've done here, I've taken every texture that is in this file, put them into a different folder. Next, you're going to open GIMP, and hopefully it loads fast. Okay. And then you're going to drag a texture in there, click File, Export As, and you're going to change it to TIF or TIFF. And then you're going to select right here. Okay, well, that's being stupid. And go to this option. And then export it. Now, if you have a texture that has the alpha layer, what you're going to do is drag in the alpha layer first. Push Control A, then Control C to copy it. Close out that window. Drag in the normal texture. Click Layer, Mask, Add Layer Mask. Layers Alpha Channel. Click Add. And then paste the layer. And then export as usual. Alright. And so I've already done that, and I have all the files right here. These are all the TIFF files. So the next step, once you've done all that, and I would suggest combining it so it goes as one model instead of many different ones. You're going to select all of it, click Call of Duty Tools, Export X Model, and I'm going to put it on my desktop in the folder I made for the tutorial. I'm going to name it BossBot Maze, and click Save. And then you're going to click Export Selected, and if it's not saved, just click Yes right there. And then you're going to have two files. You're going to have XModel bin and XModel export. So I'm going to close this window, or just minimize it actually. I'm going to open a new window and go to my go to my Black Ops 3 directory, go to Model Export, and I'm going to make a new folder and name it BossBot or ZM Maze, actually, just to make it easy to find. I'm going to drag both these files into it, and then copy the folder with the TIFF files, paste it in there. Now I'm going to open the Black Ops 3 mod tools. When in here, you're going to click Asset Property Editor, or APE. Pretty sure it's going slower just because I'm recording. Once this is open, you're going to click File, New GDT. I'm going to make it ZM Maze. And this is saved in your Black Ops 3 root folder and then source data. within ZM Maze, now I'm going to click File, New Asset. I'm going to name it ZM Boss Spot Maze, just so I don't have two ZM mazes. You're going to click, the asset type is going to be X model, and the GDT file is going to be the one that you just made. So you can have all these options for a model. We're not going to need many of them. So you're going to click LOD0, click the three dots next to it, find where you put your model. I put mine in ZM Maze folder. Then you're going to click the X model bin, not the X model export. If you're using World at War, you would click X model export. Since this is Black Ops 3, it's X model bin. Alright, and if you hold Alt and right, and you use the right mouse button, it's going to zoom in and out. The left mouse button is to turn like this, and the middle mouse is to move up, down, left, right, pretty much. And now, as you can see, there are, if you go onto one side of the wall, it's like it's there. Then you move around, it's not. To fix this, if you really want to, if it does not look good in game, you're going to go back to the model in Maya. You're going to click Normals and Reverse. Then you re-export it and make another model, and I would name it like ZM Maze Reverse or something like that. And then you put those two models right on top of each other in the game. And so right here, you have all these textures right here. They're already there for me because I already made a Boss by HQ map before and just didn't go along with it. So what you're going to want to do is click Create New Material, create the asset name. Just don't change the name really, and all this is going to be the same. Make sure you have it in ZM Maze, which is the GDT file you want. And so the asset name already exists. So if you click Create, it's going to, here, let's see if I can find it. Come on. Okay, here we go. So it's going to create a material and an image for it. So under the material options, you're going to click Geometry, Lit, and the surface and gloss range you want. I usually use asphalt because brick's a little bit shiny, so I use asphalt for the most part. Usage, you can put it in the editor as a whatever you want. I usually do not in editor. If you put it in the editor, what happens is when you use a brush, you can apply the texture. Then you're going to go down to the color map. You're going to click right here. You're going to create the image name. Click OK. And then you're going to select where the file actually is. So once you create the name of it, this is IBQ Fireplace 1 shader. It's going to bring you to a new window that looks something like this. You're just going to select where the file is. In this case, I put it in T7 Boss Spot Textures. So this was for this. But for this map, what I did is I put it into ZM Maze, TIFF files, and this is BQ Fireplace 1. I open it, save it. So that applies the texture to the model. And another thing I would suggest doing is in the actual model itself. Let's go back to this. Make the scale 10, because that's the max you could do in the asset property editor. The model file, the model size you need is 27.5, so you're going to make it 10 in here and 2.75 in the actual Radiant editor. So let's see if I can find this. There we go. And you can do this in Maya or you can do this in Radiant. I'm pretty sure it's either the Y or Z rotation needs to be 90 or negative 90 for it to look correct in Radiant, but you don't always need to do that. Okay, so there's no tree textures right here. So if I go to Cog Thin Tree, create new material, click enter. And so the tree has the alpha layer. So I'm going to do lit alpha test, which should be near the top of the L's. Lit alpha test. Surface type, I do none. Gloss range, asphalt. Actually, it's a tree, so I'm gonna do grass or wood. I'll do wood. Gonna go down to color map. Click that. Click OK. Find the texture, which is cog thin tree. Gonna click that. Save it. Now if I go to the model, the trees are there only on one side. So, oh, actually it's missing a couple textures still. As I was saying before, reverse the normals. So this is reversed. I'm going to select it. Call of Duty Tools, Export X Model, Maze, Reverse, Export Selected, Continue, copy the file, go to ZM Maze, paste it in there, back to Asset Property Editor. Now I'm not sure if this has worked because I've never done it before. If you go to lot 0, that's not 0. Okay. If you go to submodel, I have never tried this before, so I don't think it will work actually. Yes, I don't think that'll work. You'll have to create a separate model. So I'm going to create a new asset. ZM Bossman Maze Reverse. And make sure it's an X model. Click OK. Alright, I put it into ZM Maze. And I'm going to click the reverse one. Create it as a model scale of 10. Just going to zoom out here, make sure it's there. Okay, there's the reverse normals. So these two are going to go on top of each other. Okay, if I go back to ZM Bossman Maze, the hedge in this is the one without the alpha layer, because the first time I made it, I didn't know how to properly apply the alpha layers. So if I go to Hedge Maze 3, which is the one with the alpha layer, Cog Hedge Maze 3, gonna go to ZM Maze, Hedge Maze 3, save that. That did not get updated. Okay, so let's try Maze 2. Actually, wait. Here. Cog Hedge Maze 3 material. Okay, should we lit alpha test? Okay, that did not change, so it's some other texture. Let's see, which one would that be? If you go into Maya, go on which one it is. In this case, it is this texture right here. If you go to Hypershade, it would show it as object material. Okay, here we go. There's Cog Hedge Far 2. Okay. So now if we do Cog Hedge Far 2. ZM Maze. Hog hedge far 2. I don't believe that actually has an alpha layer, does it? No, it does not. Just to test, I'm going to try to put an alpha layer on it. Okay, it does not. I feel like it does, though. Anyways, I'm not going to go through with all that. You can play around with it yourselves. Okay, so there's a few textures that are still not there. So I'm going to go to there. The reverse one, this one. I'm just going to go through all these, see which one is not created. Let's see. Wallstone 1. No. E-Vine. Okay. This would be probably brick. Okay. This is the stone wall. Vine. There's this one. I have to go back to the model. Okay, so there's still more textures that need to be fixed in here. Boss by HQ palette 3 CMLA 1. Alright. Material type, I'm going to click none because I don't know exactly what it is. Asphalt. Create the image. Okay, the palette 3 CMLA 1. And then when you see a palette that was like that one that was 4 AMLA or something like that, the A means it has an alpha layer, so you want to do lit alpha test as a material type. Or, yeah. Let's go back to it. Still not done. Okay, here we go. Lit alpha test, surface type, none. Gloss range of asphalt. Color map. You're going to select it, save it again. There we go. So that was these little vine things. I will fix this hedge thing eventually. Not right now. Okay, drop shadows already created. Maze dirt's already created. Smooth wall 4 should already be created. Okay, so now we have this all textured and everything. Same with the reverse one. They're both already done. So you can close the asset property editor. Now I'm going to create a new map for this. You're going to click File, New, name it ZM, whatever you want to name it. I'm going to name it ZM Maze. Make sure you click ZM Mod Level. Click OK. It's going to say that all those files were created. I'm going to click on it, click Open Radiant. Now with bigger files, like Cellbot HQ, I had to create 12 different files for that, which can be seen right here. If I go into factory pieces, actually that's way more than 12. How many did I make here? 70 different, actually 35 then. Yeah, it's 35 different files. Because I guess the engine can't handle, the exporter can't handle so many triangles and such. Okay, so here's the test map and everything. I'm just going to turn on the real lighting. Okay. It looks better in game than this, so let's go with that. Okay. Alright, so now if you go to your models and let's see, click all. I'm going to do ZM Maze. Okay, that didn't show up. Y. Oh, okay, I named it ZM Bossman Maze. Okay, so if I open that, size 2.75. This should be the actual size of it, yes. Go to the angles, and okay, make Y 90. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the reverse one. You can just click space and you'll have a copy of that. And then you're just going to change the name to the other one so it gets placed right on top. Actually, no, do not do that, because sometimes the origin will get changed. If you want to make it the exact same, you could just drag that in, change the size, change the angles. Now what I'm going to do is just drag this over here, go select the other one. Okay, that's why I had that off. Select origin, copy, deselect it with escape, click shift click on the other one, and paste it. So now you have the maze with all the textures together and everything. So what I'm going to do now is select it, hide the top layer, grab the bottom one, click Shift H to unhide, select the other one, so now they're both selected. Gonna put them over here. Okay. Now if you click Shift Tab, you can change the view right here. I'm just gonna move it up a little bit so you don't see the checkered through at the bottom. Alright. Now if I click Shift Tab twice again, I'm at the top view. Click R. Alright, gonna make this straight as possible. Which actually, this can just be 90, this can just be 90. There, that's straight. Alright, there we go. And there's these walls from the actual map itself, which I'm just gonna ignore for now. Alright, so this will not have collisions on it. This is just the map maze in the game itself. If you want collisions on it, what I would suggest doing is clicking File, New Map, bringing the maze in there itself. You have to set its origin to 0, so set it to default. Set the angle to 90 on the y-axis. So now you have this. What you're going to want to do now is pretty much clip the whole thing. So I'm going to do the ground first for it. Go to your textures, do clip full. Okay, that clip full. Apply that texture to the brush. Here I'm just going to click F9. There we go. So F9 is the camera view for it. So this is that clip. Just going to make it as big as the map itself here. Now this would be really hard to create a clip for due to all the different maze parts. So let's see if I hide that. Now I'm going to go right here. That I am going to do, let's say, that section of it. Okay. Make it a little taller. Can make it about the height of the maze itself. Okay. I'll bring this in more. About right there. Go to the next side. Bring that in to about there. So now I have this little section. Bring that in to about, let's say, there. And you can see the little squares right here with all the geometry. I was going to keep it like that for there. Okay. And you're just going to save it into your prefabs. Go to prefabs, ZM, make a new folder if you want. I'm just going to name it maze lit. Save that. Now if you open your other map, the map you're making, which mine would be, it's under map source, ZM, and it's ZM maze, open it. Now I'm setting, instead of having this as a model, ZM bossmont maze, you can drag in the prefab, so you can go to MISC, prefab, drag that in, go to ZM, maze clipped, and so it already has the model loaded and everything into it automatically. Here's the reversed one. I'm gonna click origins, copy, origin, copy, not origins. Paste it. Okay, whoa, that is way backwards. Why? I do not know. I will find out why it's doing that later. I'll just go without the reverse normals right now. So we have this. It has the clip. I'm going to close Radiant. Click here, click Compile, Light, Link, and Build. And I will come back when this is done. Okay, so it is finished compiling and everything. So you're going to uncheck all those. Click Run, and click Build. So here we are back in the game, and this is what it looks like. And now there are two mazes right here. There is the reverse normals one and the other one, which is smaller for some reason. So you can just mess around with the sizes, the positioning, and put them all together how you wish. And yep, here we go. So that was a very bad tutorial I made. But anyways, I will probably be making more in the future to help you guys out. If you would like more tutorials in the future and want to see more content, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.